Cut. That was awesome.
He is the man behind cult TV shows like Lost and Alias. He's reinvigorated the ageing Star Trek franchise, and he's soon to be the custodian of the Star Wars galaxy. But at his heart, J.J. Abrams is just a kid who loves secrets.
My grandfather and I, when I was a boy, went to this magic store in New York called Lou Tannen's Magic. And when I was there, I bought this box, and it was a big white box with a big black question mark on it. And essentially it's the mystery box, and you spend $15 and you apparently get $50 worth of magic tricks. But there was something sort of magical about this box that when it was closed, the idea of what was contained within was sort of more powerful than anything that could possibly be in there. And so, sort of for fun, I just never opened it. And then over the years, it sort of occurred to me that the potential of the thing was frankly, you know, a very compelling idea, not just in terms of that box, but about storytelling. You know, it made me question, you know, why am I always leaning into the movies that I love and the books that I read that I love? You know, what are those questions? And usually it's the potential of what's inside. I'm interested in the human nature idea of sort of being compelled to know what's inside something when you see something's closed. And so I just love the idea of the what if.
His latest release is the long-awaited Star Trek follow-up, Star Trek Into Darkness, co-starring the preposterously named Benedict Cumberbatch as a mysterious renegade officer who draws Kirk, Spock and the rest of the Enterprise crew into... Well, to tell you much more about the plot would actually be ruining it. JJ was even secretive with his own cast.
JJ is indefatigable in his efforts to prevent us from seeing anything until we absolutely have to see it. For this one, the script was locked in a room at Sony, and I think I had to get past like 3 different kind of security apparatus to read the script. But I appreciate that because he's a perfectionist.
What does that do to your level of excitement when you are sitting in rooms surrounded by security guards and you've got this thing in front of you? There's a lot of pressure on that moment there. What goes through your head at that moment?
Yeah, that's true. You'd hate to finish it and be like, oh boy, that wasn't really good. But luckily, we don't really have to worry about that with someone like JJ because he pays so much attention to detail and to the undercurrent of emotional connection between the characters. It's not just a movie about explosions or big spectacle set pieces or giant fight sequences. It's actually about what's underneath that. And for us, who are the core ensemble of this movie, it's very reassuring and inspiring to know that we're working with somebody like that.
Like, that's good, Dan. Action.
He really does value and covet secrecy, and I think it's for a very, very good reason. It would be a really shame if you, as an audience member, got to the cinema and already kind of vicariously knew everything about the film. So I totally get it, and while it can be frustrating for some people, it's so rewarding when you go into that cinema and you are genuinely surprised and shocked, and you really get to experience the film as it unfolds.
Come on, it's gonna be fun.
And as for JJ's next challenge, rebooting the Star Wars universe, he remains characteristically tight-lipped. How would you like to change the expectations of Star Wars, what people expect from a Star Wars movie?
You know, I think that it's a terrific question. I think that, you know, when the time is right, it would be a great thing to talk about. At the moment now, you know, we're just finishing up, and this is the beginning of getting Star Trek Into Darkness out into the world. So that's a process that's just beginning. So it's hard to talk about that when we're not even near the eye of the storm yet.
No ship should go down without her captain.